Today, we're cracking open the playbook of high fashion to uncover the secrets to selling an impossible idea. And trust me, this isn't just about clothes. It's a masterclass in how to persuade anyone of just about anything.
So, let's start with the big question, right? How do you get someone to drop what's safe, what's familiar, and take a leap of faith on something totally new and kind of radical? That right there is the art of selling the impossible. And here it is this is the key that unlocks everything. It's not about the product, it's never just about the product. It's about the entire world that product lives in. If you can sell them the universe, the product, well, it sells itself. This is our big idea for today. Okay, so let's dive into our main story. Picture this. It's 2015, and the legendary fashion house Gucci is, well, it's kind of stuck. In comes this relative unknown, a designer named Alessandro Michele, who pitches a vision so out there, so weird, it would go on to redefine not just Gucci, but the whole fashion landscape.
I mean, just look at the difference here. The Gucci everyone knew, the Tom Ford era, was all about that high-octane glamour, sleek power, and, physical perfection. Michel comes in and just flips the whole thing on its head. He proposed a world that was quirky, romantic, a little bit weird, and it celebrated people who were beautifully flawed. And he gave this new universe a name, geek chic. And the strategy? Oh, it was absolutely brilliant. He took this idea of the nerd, something that was definitely not cool, and he repackaged it through the lens of high fashion until it became the most desirable thing in the room. He basically made being smart the new sexy. So how'd he do it?
Well, he built this world using things that were the complete opposite of luxury at the time. I mean, we're talking about thick, horn-rimmed glasses, layered cardigans that look like they came from your grandma's closet, clunky loafers, even with white socks. And you gotta understand, none of this was random. Each piece was a symbol, a rejection of that polished look, a way of building this geek chic universe, one eccentric detail at a time. And this is the absolute key takeaway. Michel's pitch wasn't really about a new style of suit or a new handbag. He was pitching a new hero. He was betting that we were all tired of the flawless supermodel and that we were ready for someone new, the quirky, intellectual, and yeah, imperfect but incredibly tasteful geek. And the result? It wasn't just a hit collection. It was a cultural earthquake that changed what luxury meant for a whole new generation. The Gucci story is amazing, right? But what's really cool is the principle behind it, which goes way beyond fashion. The absolute best pitches, whether you're talking about a tech startup or the next blockbuster movie, they don't just sell you a thing. They sell you a whole world, a whole new context to live in. And the tool they all use is something called visionary storytelling. See, it's not about talking about what you've done. It's about painting a picture of the future so vividly that people feel like it's already here and that it's totally essential. It answers that huge question, why? Think about Steve Jobs. He didn't just sell a phone, he sold a future where your entire life fit right into your pocket. So what's the real difference here? Let's break it down. Simple storytelling, it looks backwards. It's safe. It says, hey, this is inspired by the 70s. Okay, cool. But visionary storytelling, it connects the past to a compelling future. It says this is where that 70s freedom crashes into the life of a digital nomad today. You see? One is just a reference. The other is a revolution. All right, so you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually do it? Well, let's open up the toolbox and break it down into 3 essential pillars. First up, structure. And you have to be disciplined. The 3-minute pitch is a masterclass in getting to the point. In the first 30 seconds, bam, you need a hook, no long intros. Hit them with a shocking stat or a question that makes them lean in. Then you get to the meat, where you prove your value. And finally, the ask. Tell them exactly what you want. It's all about maximum impact in minimum time. Pillar number 2, you have to get that every single visual is sending a message. There's a fancy word for this, semiotics, but all it really means is that nothing is just decoration. Ripped jeans don't just say I'm wearing denim. They scream rebellion. Those horn-rimmed glasses signal wit. Even the empty white space on your pitch deck, that communicates luxury and confidence. Every detail has to be telling your story. And that brings us to our third and honestly most powerful pillar, emotion. Always, always emotion over logic. Why? Because it's simple. People buy with their hearts and then use their heads to justify the decision later. A logical pitch, this bag is well made, is fine. But an emotional pitch, this bag makes you the hero of your own story. That's what makes someone need it. You're not selling a thing, you're selling a feeling, an identity. Okay, so we've got the toolkit. Now let's look at how some of the greats actually put these tools to work, because not everyone does it the same way. And as we go through these, think about which one sounds most like you. Are you a remixer, a world builder, or a realist? So we're going to look at three main archetypes here. The remix context artist, like the incredible Virgil Abloh, the literary world builder, think John Galliano, and the silent realist, perfected by Phoebe Philo. First, let's talk about Virgil Abloh and his famous 3% rule. His genius was taking something people already knew and loved, like a classic Nike sneaker, and just tweaking it, like 3%. He'd add a zip tie or put the word air in quotation marks. Tiny change, huge impact. It completely reframed the object. And this is so smart from a business perspective, right? You're not asking investors to take a huge leap of faith. You're just evolving something that already works. Then you have the total opposite approach, the world builder, like John Galliano. For him, it's pure theater. He's not pitching you a dress, he's pitching you act one of a play, with incredible characters and a dramatic plot. You get so wrapped up in this fantasy he's created that the clothes themselves become like precious artifacts from that story. It's just pure emotional seduction. And our third style? The silent realist. And nobody did this better than Phoebe Philo. This is the complete opposite of Galliano's theatrics. For her, the pitch is the product. She wins by solving actual problems. Think of a perfect coat with pockets so deep and well-placed you don't even need to carry a bag. She builds this incredible trust by answering the one question that really matters. Why will this actually sell? It's undeniable. All right, let's tie all of this together. It doesn't matter if you're a remix artist, a world builder, or a realist. You can use this 4-step blueprint to give your next big idea the structure it needs to fly. This is how you take that vision in your head and make it real. It's a really simple but incredibly powerful framework. Step 1, the hook. Find a real gap, something that's truly missing. Step 2, the solution. Show, don't just tell. Use powerful visuals. Step 3, the tribe. Who is this for? Be specific, don't say everyone. And finally, step 4, the closing. Spell out the value, both culturally and, of course, commercially. And I want to leave you with this one last thought because it really reframes this whole thing. A great pitch isn't about begging for permission. It's a confident invitation. You're the leader of this incredible journey you're about to go on, and you're just offering other people the chance to come along for the ride. The only real question is, are they ready?